Shalom, shalom. What if I told you that the gospel you hear today isn't the same gospel or good news preached by the early disciples? Let's look at this word gospel, family. First, we must understand that the Israelites in the first century and before spoke a Semitic language called Aramaic, which derived from the Hebrew. With that being said, looking at the language that they spoke would give us a way of better understanding or grip on the good news or gospel, what it was to them through their own language and cultural lens. Now, before we do that, let's see what this word gospel comes from. The word gospel is derived from the Anglo-Saxon term God spell. Let's break this down, family, which from the surface can mean good story, right? A rendering of the Latin evangelium and the Greek euangelion, meaning good news or good telling. When you take a closer look to its origin, specifically the prefix God, you find old Germanic root gu, which means to invoke. Mind you, family, this language was founded 300 to 400 years after the Basora, or good news in the Hebrew, was preached by Yahushua HaMashiach and his disciples and apostles during the early first century. Now let's look at this word again, shall we? That word gu means to pour a libation. Oldest form is to invoke, call on a deity, but it gets deeper. According to the American Heritage Dictionary of English Language, gu has another form called guto, and from there you get giddy. Hold up, doesn't that mean excited and or dizzy? Well, how many of us knew its Germanic origin, meaning insane, possessed, and describes people who are possessed by a deity and or evil spirit. The gospel mistranslation didn't appear until after the first millennium. So what does good news mean in the Hebrew? And is it important to know? Well, stay tuned for the next upcoming video. Shalom.